Another week in the books, and we have a brand new podcast. Thank you for tuning in to Round 2 Wrestling here on the 27th of September, 2022. I am SlimmDa KID, and I will be your host this evening, where I will be bringing you brand new pro wrestling rumors, brand new news, brand new results, because we had several titles on the line this week and weekend. We had a super card take place over a 2-day period. We had a pay-per-view take place on Saturday, and several other promotions just had title matches because they could. Also, at the end of the show, we have a brand new Did You Know? Did you know are little bits of information and facts about the wrestling world that you may or may not have known about. So, without further ado, we will put our ear to the wall and listen to the rumor mill. Ringside News claims that any talk of former WWE owner Vince McMahon going into the WWE Hall of Fame are premature, and that there have been no talks as of this date. Fightful claims WWE had no interest in bringing back Patrick Velveteen Dream Clark even before his criminal charges. So once again, if you've been tuning in to the last several episodes of Round 2 Wrestling, you will know that Velveteen Dream, aka Patrick Clark, got himself into some hot water legally. However, most of those charges seem to have either been dropped or are not going forward with the court date. Again, this rumor says that WWE was not interested in bringing him back at any point in time, but that was under the old regime. With Triple H being in control of creative, I would almost think that this is inaccurate, at least at this point in time. WWE, especially Triple H, seems to be reaching out to anybody and everybody these days. And Velveteen Dream, even though he's had some legal problems, would not surprise me for them to reach out to him and say, hey, why don't you come back? You know, we'll bury you for a little while, but you'll get a chance eventually. Again, this is why we are talking about rumors. None of this is actually factual. WWE has filed a trademark on new NXT names. NXT Europe and NXT Global are now officially WWE trademarks. Wrestling Observer Radio's Dave Meltzer indicated WWE wants to book a Roman Reigns versus Tyson Fury fight sooner rather than later. It is no mystery that boxing champion Tyson Fury is a fan of WWE. He's already been booked for one match at one point in time, and he took a back seat to his wrestling career so he could focus more on boxing. Now, with his boxing career winding down, it looks like Tyson is more than willing to get into the squared circle and grapple with a few WWE superstars. This is interesting, and we will be sure to keep you updated on this rumor or news if it turns into that as it comes out. Kinosuke Takeshita to return to the United States to wrestle for AEW in October. He's been in Japan since August. New Japan Pro Wrestling and AEW still have a working relationship, and both promotions are sending wrestlers to each other's promotion to work for the foreseeable future. WWE reaching out to AEW wrestlers to come back to the WWE promotion. Buddy Matthews, Dax Harwood, Cash Wheeler, and Swerve Strickland approached by WWE feelers per Fightful. F4W Online's Ryan Frederick says Bobby Fish talked to Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly directly and talked to them about leaving AEW for WWE. Cole and O'Reilly declined the offer. MJF's new deal with AEW reportedly pays him $1 million or more per year, according to Wrestling Observer newsletter. Wade Keller of PW Torch claims everything, quote-unquote, points in the direction of AEW buying out CM Punk's contract. Brian Alvarez stated, "I don't see Punk in AEW again," end quote. All right, some juicy rumors to mull over for the next week or so. But we are done with rumors. We are going to jump over to pro wrestling news. AEW's Battle of the Belts 4 to air next Friday following Friday Night Rampage. The previous 3 Battle of the Belts have traditionally taken place Saturday evening. Talking on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer said nobody is getting released. That's the doctrine Tony Khan made very clear. This indicates Malachi Black, who stated he'll be back in AEW very soon. And I'm sorry, I meant to say this includes Malachi Black, who has taken a bit of a reprieve over the last couple of weeks. Impact Wrestling announced legendary wrestler Raven will be inducted into the Impact Hall of Fame on Friday, October 7th at the Impact Bound for Glory pay-per-view. AEW owner Tony Khan announces Bandito will make his AEW debut this week on Wednesday Night Dynamite and will challenge new champion Chris Jericho for the Ring of Honor World Championship. All right, not a lot of news. It was even shorter than our rumor section, and we haven't had a lot of news to discuss over the last couple of weeks. Wrestling is a fickle sport, and it comes and goes. Sometimes there's a lot to talk about. At other times, I'm having to dig up everything and everything. Once again, we here at Round 2 Wrestling take this job incredibly seriously and are very proud to give you the most accurate, up-to-date news as possible, and we will continue to do so as it comes out. However, we are no longer talking about news in the professional wrestling world. We are talking about titles and what happened in those title matches. These are the results from the past week and weekend across pro wrestling. Shun Skywalker defeated Myron Reed to become the new MLW middleweight champion. MLW National Openweight Champion Davey Richards defeated SB Kento to retain the National Openweight title. MLW Heavyweight Champion Alex Hammerstone defeated Bandito to retain the MLW Heavyweight title. MLW Featherweight Champion Taya Valkyrie defeated Lady Flamer to retain the MLW Featherweight Championship. WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions The Usos defeated the Brawling Brutes to retain the Tag Team titles. AEW All-Atlantic Champion PAC defeated Orange Cassidy to retain the All-Atlantic Championship. AEW Interim Women's Champion Toni Storm defeated Athena, Serena Deeb, and Dr. Britt Baker to retain the AEW Interim Women's Championship. The Acclaim defeated Swerve and Our Glory to become the new AEW Tag Team Champions. Chris Jericho defeated Claudio Castagnoli to become the new Ring of Honor World Champion. Jon Moxley defeated Bryan Danielson in the tournament finals to become the AEW World Champion. TBS champion Jade Cargill defeated Diamante to retain the TBS championship. Impact Digital Media champion Brian Myers defeated Bufinger Gujar to retain the Digital Media Championship. Impact X Division champion Mike Bailey defeated Delirious to retain the X Division title. House of Torture defeated Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi and Yo to become New Japan Pro Wrestling Never Openweight 6-man Tag Team Champions. New Japan Pro Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Tag Champions TJ Perkins and Francesco defeated Gideon Taguchi and Master Wato to retain the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles. NJPW Never Openweight Champion Carl Anderson defeated Hiroshi Tanahashi to retain the Never Openweight Championship. NJPW US Heavyweight Champion Will Ospreay defeated David Finlay to retain the IWGP US Heavyweight Championship. NWA USA Tag Team Champions, the Fixers defeated Gold Rush to retain the NWA USA Tag Team titles. Holy cow, there were a lot of titles on the line. Be sure to listen to Round 2 Wrestling again so you don't miss any of those title matches and who retained and who became new champions. Alright, Round 2 Wrestling is about to finish up, so we are going to conclude our show with Did You Know? Did you know our little bits of information and facts about the wrestling world that you may or may not have known about? Did you know WCW had its own version of Hell in a Cell called Caged Heat, and it was used in the year 2000? Did you know Kevin Von Erich is the only Von Erich to make it to his 34th birthday? Jack Jr. died at the young age of 6, David died at 25, Mike killed himself at age 23, Chris killed himself at 21, and Kerry Von Erich killed himself at age 33. Did you know Rey Fenix was the AAA Mexico Mega Champion for 420 days and defended the title twice before losing to Kenny Omega? Did you know AEW's Young Bucks have a third brother who goes by Malachi Jackson? He too is a professional wrestler. Did you know Shawn Michaels was the first WWF Grand Slam champion? Did you know Medusa, aka Alundra Blaze, is the only female wrestler to appear at WWF's WrestleMania and WCW Starrcade? Did you know WWF Hall of Famer Andre the Giant was born in France but was of Polish and Bulgarian descent? Did you know Bayley is the first WWE Women's Triple Crown winner and first WWE/NXT Women's Grand Slam champion? Alright, that is the conclusion of Round 2 Wrestling. I am SlimmDa KID, and I personally want to thank you for tuning in to this broadcast. Be sure to tune in to the Impact pay-per-view that took place this past weekend. Several co-workers of mine from Ultimate Championship Wrestling in Saginaw were behind the scenes working at this particular event. It was a great card from top to bottom, and if you have an opportunity to take a look, I would highly, highly recommend it. Once again, I am SlimmDa KID, and I personally want to thank you for tuning in to Round 2 Wrestling. Be sure to tune in next Tuesday as I bring you more news, more rumors, and more results from the world of professional wrestling. Round 2 Wrestling is brought to you by SlimmDa KID and Spreaker.com.